All right, let's talk about AI. It's a huge topic, right? Super exciting, but also, let's be real, a little bit confusing. So today, we're going to cut through all the sci-fi hype. Our mission is to show you what AI really is and how it's already a massive part of your world. Let's dive in.
First things first, if you think AI is something that's, way off in the future, I've got a little news for you. You are already using it, constantly, every single day, and chances are you don't even think twice about it.
So I'm curious, what's the first thing that pops into your head when you hear AI? Is it like talking robots from the movies? Maybe some kind of supercomputer? Well, let's bring this whole thing down to earth. Just think about your morning. You pick up your phone, glance at it, and boom, it's unlocked. That's AI. It's this cool thing called computer vision, and it has been trained to recognize the super unique geometry of your face. It's not magic, it's just a really, really clever algorithm at work.
Or how about this? You finish binge watching a show, and Netflix is instantly like, hey, you'll love this. That's AI too. It's a machine learning model that has studied everything you've ever watched or skipped or even rewatched, all to make a really good guess about your next favorite show.
What about when you're driving? You're using Google Maps and it suddenly tells you to take some weird side street you've never even heard of to avoid traffic. Yep, that's predictive AI. It's crunching real-time data from thousands of other drivers to find you the absolute fastest route in that exact moment.
And this one is a big one. You get that text from your bank asking, hey, was this you? That is an AI that knows your spending habits so well that it can spot something that looks like fraud in a split second. So Face ID, movie recommendations, traffic alerts, fraud protection, this is all AI, just humming along in the background of your life.
So what's the one thing that connects all of these incredible technologies? What's the fuel in the engine? It's not some super secret code, it's actually something we all create every single second of every day. And that's data.
And this brings us to the heart of it all, machine learning. It's the engine behind most of the AI we use today. Think of it like this. In old-school programming, you had to give a computer a super strict set of rules to follow. With machine learning, you don't give it the rules. You just give it a giant mountain of data, and it figures out the patterns, the rules, all by itself.
Okay, here's a really simple way to picture the difference. If I show you the pattern 1 goes to 1, 2 goes to 4, 3 goes to 9, your brain instantly gets it, right? You're squaring the number. A machine, on the other hand, might need to see millions of examples like this. But after seeing enough, it learns the mathematical relationship between the numbers. It's not thinking like we do, it's just recognizing patterns at a scale that is pretty much impossible for us to imagine.
And that right there is why you hear people say that data is the new oil. Because every single AI, from the one that unlocks your phone to the most powerful models on the planet, is built on data. Without the data, there's no learning. It's really that simple. So if data is the fuel, what happens when you feed an AI a truly mind-boggling amount of it? We're talking like a giant piece of the entire internet. Well, you get something like ChatGPT. It feels like you're talking to a person, but what is actually going on under the hood?
I mean, seriously, how does it seem to just get what you're asking for and then write a perfectly worded email? The answer isn't magic. It's actually just math. A whole lot of math. And it all starts the second you hit enter on your keyboard.
Let's break this down. So, step 1, you type your sentence. Instantly, step 2, the AI shatters your sentence into little pieces called tokens. Step 3 is the key part. It turns every single one of those tokens into a number. The AI doesn't see words or ideas. It just sees a very, very long string of numbers. Then, step 4, it scans its entire library, everything it's ever been trained on, to find patterns related to your specific string of numbers. And finally, step 5, it starts predicting. It basically asks itself, based on everything I've ever read, what is the most probable word to come next? Then it does it again for the next word, and the next, and the next. It's literally building its response to you one probable word at a time.
And this is the absolute most important thing to get your head around. What it feels like is this brilliant mind that totally understands your intentions, but what it's actually doing is running an incredibly complex probability game to guess the next word. The wild part is, when you run this prediction over and over again billions of times on a massive data set, you get what scientists call emergent properties. Amazing abilities like writing poetry or computer code just emerge from this simple process of predicting the next word. It's a master of patterns, not a conscious being.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you? For your job, for your career, for your future. Let's get practical about what this AI revolution really means for all of us.
The biggest mindset shift here is realizing that AI isn't some separate industry just for tech people. It's a tool. It's like the internet or the personal computer, and it's going to be woven into every single field: law, medicine, art, construction, you name it. The question really isn't if AI is going to change your job. It's how are you going to use it?
So what are the most critical tools you need for this new world? Well, it's not learning how to code. It's not about becoming a math genius. It's actually a mindset. It's about having genuine curiosity and just being willing to learn and adapt to a totally new way of working. It's about being the person in the room who asks, hey, how can this new tool help me do what I do, but better or faster or even more creatively?
This quote really hits home the sheer scale of the shift we are all living through right now. We are at one of those moments in history where entire industries are being reimagined. The old ways of doing things are suddenly being questioned, and for the people who really lean in and learn how to use these new tools, the opportunity is just immense. It doesn't matter where you're starting from.
And that really brings us to the final, most important point. This whole thing isn't about humans versus machines. It's about humans with machines. The threat isn't that AI is going to take your job. The real threat is that a person who knows how to use AI will. So the only question left is, are you going to be that person?